And good morning. It is currently 10 a.m. here in Seattle on January 5th. In 2021, we made it through 2020, and that's really about all I've got to say at the moment. Welcome if you're watching this live or on a replay, and I am going to resize a few things here. And yeah, anyway, I am partway through planning what I want to get done in January. You can see sort of the mix of the Christmas tree and the body bag behind me. I always feel like it looks like a body bag, even if it's really just a storage bag. Got some other flowers on the other side going on. We've got, a whole lot of things that have come up, and it's like, you think you're going one direction, and it's like, well, I could go down this fork, I could go down this fork, I could go down somewhere in the middle, and, trying to figure out what in the world is going on, is going to take some time. Hello, glad to see that we've got some folks on here. I will go ahead and run 2 sprints this morning. We are probably not going to get more than that in because I've got involved in some pretty heavy planning yesterday and actually need to make up for some work I didn't get done yesterday, which involves some other phone calls, which don't work while I'm live streaming. So that being said, we will do 2 25-minute sprints with a 20-minute call or a verbalization at 20 minutes, 5 minutes before the end. And that being said, by the time we hit the end, I will actually have some thoughts to share. Hope you guys all had a great New Year's Eve and things are continuing to be good and productive in your world. Spend a couple moments trying to figure out what in the world you're wanting to get done for this next sprint. What does success look like? And, do you need anything, water, to get up and use the restroom, and then are you ready to go ahead and move forward? That being said, we'll go ahead and start this. I will talk to everybody in approximately 20 minutes. All right, too many button clicks, 5 minutes left. And that was 25 minutes. How did that go for you guys? I know that at least I managed to get through a bunch of my email, which was sort of what I was intending, but not entirely, but it was productive. So for me, that's a good thing. It's nice to see a few new folks on here. Welcome to Adult Study Hall, for lack of a better term at the moment, but I know that I tend to sit down and focus when I say I'm going to be here. So I do these as much for me as for anyone else that wants to join me. I know that there's something to be said for kind of the body doubling effect, or working with people on something similar. And there can often be a lot of use in just having the same energy with somebody around you, working on their own stuff. I usually run Pomodoro sprints if you guys haven't been on here before, so 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. We're currently into a 5-minute break. Get up, stretch. I'm a big fan of taking care of your body. Feel free to share what you got through if you are so inclined. To see a couple of folks have already done that. Thank you as always. Congrats on focusing or production or whatever you want to call it this morning. I'm on about 5 hours of sleep because things have been a little wonky for me. So there may be some really interesting word choices that come out today, but you know, again, it's another thought of what to do when I'm faced with some of these. Okay, I've got things to do, but my focus and my long-term energy here is I will really try and match my energy to what my brain capacity is. And right now, replying to emails that don't require a lot of thought is the best use of my time and energy. So that being said, you know, some days you do what works for you. Actually, most days you do what works for you. And over time, I'm getting way better at figuring out, you know, what my energy is and what I'm able to go ahead and get through based on where my interest, my energy, and sort of my urgency is. So glad to see that things are going well for Beth and Precious and Wendy, and I can't even, I'm going to mangle names today. So this is, I apologize to anyone right off the bat, but Angel Ree is my best enunciation of some of the folks out here. My apologies if I completely came up with my own unique pronunciation of your handles on here. But yeah, welcome back to 2021. I'm just glad that, you know, it feels like we've got a different energy for this year already. At least for me, that's different. But again, I've made it through brain surgery, deciding I'm heading, you know, going solo on my business. So you guys will probably see me here most of the year because, you know, I find that this has been one of the best ways for me to sit down and focus. I'm happy to have people here in community with me. And yeah, glad to see that people are here. In another minute or two, we'll go ahead and start a second sprint, which is all I'm going to have time for again this morning. I know sometimes if I'm realistically able, I'd like to go ahead and run, you know, a couple more, but this morning, if you want more, I've got a whole bunch that you can watch on replay on the channel. So I've actually heard that a handful of people are doing that and finding them useful. So that's been kind of cool to know that, you know, what we're doing has value beyond the fact too. If anyone has any secrets that they want to share for their to own productivity, that would be, you know, I figure there's more knowledge and usefulness in sharing with people. And Beth, thank you for being here. It's always fun to see your name pop up. And, you know, again, it's sometimes consistency is really the best thing, even if you don't get done. Just, you know, little bits add up over time to, you know, a bigger impact than, you know, sometimes one massive push. And even if the small pieces don't always feel like a lot over time, they end up being a lot. So good job on you guys for being here and, you know, continuing to chip away at your own projects, whatever they are, whatever state you're in today, tomorrow, yesterday. Time is all kind of irrelevant in my brain right now. I need a nap, but I won't do that yet. So that being said, let's go ahead and start giving a little bit of thought to what your next focus sprint is looking to do. Fun to see what other people are using to do their own focusing. Yep, English is a unique language in my voice today. Hey, welcome. So glad to see we've got a few more people popping on here. We're just about to start another 25-minute sprint. I usually do a 5-minute announcement before the end of the 25-minute sprint, and then do a check-in for anyone that is inclined to share what or where they've gotten. So that being said, give a second to think about what you're doing. Get up and stretch if you haven't, because really your body's going to benefit a lot from that, besides just changing your neurochemicals and really keeping blood clots and all those, you know, things that we know we're not supposed to accumulate in our bodies. But really even just 30 seconds of standing up and moving will do a lot for your productivity and forward momentum. So that being said, once we start, I'm going to step off and do my own, you know, couple minutes of stretching, and then I'm going to come back and return to focusing on emails and trying to get a bunch of minor bits up to date. Yeah, I can hit play. That's more useful. That's the wrong slide. Sleep deprivation is not a good way to do anything. I advise skipping that if you can. I'll talk to you guys in 20 minutes. 5 minutes left in this sprint. All right, that was 25 minutes and sprint 2. Thank you everyone for being here as always, and curious what people got done. I got through some of my emails that I intended to. I also have gone back to when my brain is on a short circuit. There is sometimes literally a running list of like the most minute bits that I need to do, because if I can see it, I can do it, but remembering it is kind of a non-existent, especially if I'm tired. And today is that kind of day where writing down, each of the emails or all the things as they pop into my head is actually far more useful than trying to spend the energy remembering it. And literally, yeah, all of the clients I need to contact are on here, as well as, something as minute as eat lunch, run the dishwasher. Is that kind of day where there's very little executive function happening, but I know how to cope with it. And, mini notebook is going to be my friend today. So glad that, everyone was here. Again, I've got to make a few phone calls, so I'm not going to run any further sprints today. If you're wanting to keep focusing, keep working, there's a whole backlist of I can tell I've been working with authors. Not really a backlist, but a whole, archive of a couple months worth of these if you're looking for some other focus sprints and want to listen to me when I'm not nearly as sleepy. But that being said, glad to see that everyone's making progress. I will be back here on Thursday at the same time. Yeah, and I get a kick out of seeing what you guys are working on. It makes me feel far less alone here in my apartment during this pandemic. So thank you for joining me. And yeah, hopefully we'll see some of you guys back on Thursday. Have a lovely afternoon, evening, day, whatever it is. I know we've got a few internationals on here usually. So that being said, you are not alone in the world. Hang in there. We'll see you, in a couple days. Take care. And it looks like actually there's, I'll leave it up until the link gets dropped for that other stream if people want to hop over there. Oh no, did we lose somebody before? Oh, thank you, Wendy, for sharing that. It looks like Queens with 3 E's, Queens Corner TV. Yeah, glad to help, Wendy. Thanks for sharing that link for others that are wanting to hop over there. And we'll see you guys, or some of you guys and gals or people Thursday. Yeah, by then I might have slept more than 5 hours at a time. Talk to you soon.